Hi there, today is December 17th, and 17 is my lucky number. Holy shit, I'm really excited to share what I have to share today. Major fucking insights. I've been talking a lot about these 5 phases that I feel like, these 5 phases of healing. And, I guess let's call them the 5 phases of fuckery. I like that much better. When fuckery shows up in our life, these are the things that don't make sense, that we're not necessarily, that we don't like, but it's also the things that we do want and do like. So there's a blue jay in my tree right now in the front yard, which never happens. And when my mom died, I asked her if she ever wanted to visit me to come back as a blue jay. And it's interesting. Like I said, I see them in my backyard, but very seldom in my front yard. So I'm just taking that as a sign that my mom is with me right now. Oh, okay. So what I find very interesting is what our job is in order to get to the other side of fuckery. Like I said, that's actually what my new podcast is called, The Other Side of Fuckery. The struggle is real. And the reason I'm wanting to do this is because I want to share with people what works for me, what doesn't work for me, and have some guests on that share what works for them and what doesn't work for them. Because we're all struggling. When life is hard, we struggle, but when life is good, we also struggle because, building a new business, building a new relationship, parenting, exciting things happening in our life, that's also a struggle because there's new responsibilities, there's new decisions. There's a struggle everywhere we look, but struggles are not meant to stop us. They're meant to move us. So anyway, what I've been seeing is these 5 phases of getting through fuckery. I've got to write that somewhere because that's really good. But the first phase is to face the challenge. Whether it's an upswing or a downswing, it's a challenge that needs to be faced. And when we face it, that's when we get to the other side of it. We can run from it. We can bury our heads in the sand. We can, fight it. We can fear it. We can fix it. All of these things. Or we can face it. When you face it, there's usually some anger that shows up. It's like, why is this happening? Why is this so hard? Whatever it is, anger is meant to move us to the next phase. So if you skip the anger, you're actually doing yourself a disservice, because we need to use that anger. It's this energy of pushing through, but we have to feel it in order to get to the next phase of it. And the next phase on the other side of anger is sadness. We cry the shit out. Why isn't this working? Why doesn't this person want me? Whatever it is that's happening, we get sad about it. When we cry it out, the love flows in. And once the love flows in, so does the truth. I've never seen it that way before. So does the truth. And if we sit with the truth, we turn our worry into wisdom. And when we turn our worry into wisdom, then we get to this space of surrender. We get the wisdom from why the situation occurred in the first place and what to do with it. And then we surrender and we allow life to move us. It is anyway, but we're either swimming upstream or getting in our little fucking kayak and floating down the river. Why would we try to push upstream? But we do. But here's the awareness that I had today that was so powerful. If I were to sit down, and I invite you to do the same thing, if I were to sit down and write out the things that are upsetting me about this man that I was talking about yesterday, and my career. The same things would basically apply. I don't feel like he chose me. I don't feel like he poured into me. I don't feel like he really respected my feelings. Where like I just feel like I'm always kind of never, like I said, never chosen, never feeling special, never having true like attention, loving energy from other people, whether it's clients, followers on my accounts, whatever it is, on my videos, or in relationships. And I've been doing this work long enough that I know it's all an inside job. And I've just really been reflecting on what the fuck, like, why was I so pulled into this, and why did this happen the way it did? Okay, well, the question always is because we believe that we deserve that. There's some wound. Life shows us what we're holding. Life shows us the wounds that we're holding by attracting those things into our lives so that we can see, so that we can then heal and get to the other side of it. But like I said, we've got to get through the phases. We've got to face it. Then we get angry, then we get sad, and then there's this place where we gain the wisdom. That's where I am today. And it's like, holy fuck. I am not choosing myself. I am not pouring into myself. I am not my greatest fan. So I am not living I am not living this existence, this experience where I am treating myself how I want others to treat me. It's so huge. Once you get to this place where you see it, it's like you can't unsee it. You can't shove that fucking genie back in the bottle. And it's like, oh my God, this is all me. I'm overtired. I'm not eating properly at the right times. Like, I forget to eat all the time. I'm not scheduling my days. I go to the gym and then I push it too hard. So then I don't go for a couple days and then I get frustrated because I love going and it makes me feel so good to be at the gym. The only thing I'm really consistent at is my meditation. At least an hour a day I meditate, probably 2.5 now. But that's not at a consistent time though. So if you were to look at my life, it's like very scattered all over the fucking place. I am literally I'm like doing things when it works around everyone else's schedule. I am not putting myself first. And I am not really taking care of myself. How the fuck do I expect to attract a man that is going to pour into me, that chooses me? How do I expect to have followers and clients and, like now I want to do this podcast. There's some really cool things that I want to do with my career. Well, if I'm not showing the universe that I'm putting myself first and that I really love myself enough to always be the center of my own world, how is the universe orchestrating an incredible, fantastic man for me, life for me, opportunities for me, career for me? All of it would just throw me off kilter. What the fuck is kilter? I'm always catching myself saying these stupid things. So now it's take this serious time. I sat down today. I made a fucking schedule. And it's going to be so cemented in that you're going to have to break down the fucking brick walls in order to get to me at these times that I'm doing the things that are good for me. I'm going to schedule my meditations. I'm going to schedule the gym. I'm going to schedule my meals. I'm going to schedule everything. I'm going to be my own best provider. And I ask